Hey, this is Bishal Sarkar. I was just having a conversation with one of the people in my coaching program today, and I was teaching that person about partnership. You know how partnership works. I'm not talking about relationship in terms of your personal partnership as a life partner, but I think it applies there as well. But more in the partnership of businesses, because this lady who's a part of my coaching program, because people who are in my coaching program and mastermind or my inner circle, I give them a lot of personal attention, and I was just having my evening tea, and I just randomly called Kalpana and said, "Hey, tell me what's going on. Tell me how I can help you, how I can support you." And she was telling me something, and she said that right now she has spotted about 10 high-level organizations that she wants to partner with in order to expand her business even further. She's a businesswoman herself, and she said, "Do you have any tips for me on how I can go ahead and do this?" So I was telling her this story, by the way. Partnership is an interesting thing. And the story about how a lot of people, I get a lot of phone calls, messages, emails, and even when I meet people face to face at different events, people often say, "Bishal, can I partner with you?" And the bulb in my head always like, people want to partner with me, but why? I always think that way. And that's because many times people just want to have what I have. And I'm very grateful for that. But at the same time, you got to understand that if you really want to build trust, you want to understand how partnership really works. So let me give you an example. Last week, I got an email from a gentleman. He wrote me a long email, one of those long emails with a lot of text. He told me that he's been working in his career for about 8 years now, and suddenly he has decided that he wants to be a motivational speaker, even though he has no experience in public speaking. And he said that basically his demand is that he has watched few of my videos, he has been reading my daily mentor emails, and for that he demands that now he wants me to become his mentor. By the way, he also very clearly mentioned he does not have any money to pay me. He wants me to train him for the next few years for free. And he also said, guys, I understand money is not everything, but hear the story out. So he said, "I can't pay you, but I want you to mentor me for free. I want you to train me. I want you to take me to whenever you're going to give speeches at Microsoft or IBM or Cisco or the big companies you're giving speeches on. You bring me along with you. Maybe let me do some of the speeches for you." And he said that I want you to train me on my speaking skills, my marketing skills, my selling skills, my branding skills, my promotion skills, my exactly how I find my message, how I find my uniqueness. Should I do coaching or consulting? Should I do training? How do I market myself? How do I market myself to big companies? How do I get those big ticket in terms of the money value, lakhs and crores of rupees of consulting deals? How I can do all that? You teach me, and then you make me a part of your team. You can pay me a salary. And I only want to do the training. So whenever you have big events where you have the CEOs and vice presidents and presidents coming to you to learn from you about success in life and confidence in speaking, you let me do a portion of it. Bishal, you do 50%, I do the rest 50%. Don't worry, I will train them. And then he said that, by the way, I want to learn all these things from you to someday, very soon. And he said very with humility, he said, "Someday I can just learn all the things that you have learned, and you can teach me for free. And by the way, don't worry, when I become very big and as successful as you are, I will pay you a little bit of money." Not absolutely, I'll do that, Bishal. Let me know how soon we can start. So I emailed him back. I said, "So you basically are telling me you don't have any experience in public speaking. You want to start me from zero, and you don't have basically any proof of concept for you. You want me to train you on everything. How can I do that?" And he said, "No, Bishal, please, be honest, and please teach me. I'm willing to learn, and this, that, because I want to partner with you. I want to associate with you. I want to partner with you so I can learn everything from you." And I replied with, "Thank you, but I have to pass this opportunity." And here's a lesson for you. So often people come to a partnership, to start a partnership with the intention of just taking. Like this guy came to me, he wants me to train him. He wants me to give him all my knowledge and wisdom and practical experience in the real world of speaking, coaching, training, branding, selling, marketing, social media, referrals, follow-up, business growth, expansion of business, how to train easy people, how to train hard people, how to get people results. He wants me to train all of it. He wants me to pay him a salary for also working with me. Basically, working with me means he wants to learn. And then He wants me to teach him everything for free, plus so that he can become successful. And one day when he becomes successful, he wants me to believe that he's going to pay me. And he calls it a partnership. I want to partner with you, Bishal. I want to partner with you. The problem with that, I know it's an extreme example that I'm giving you, but so often people come to a relationship with the intention of taking. That's not how a partnership works. So I want to give you 3 tips of how to have real world partnership. And I don't mean partnership in just personal life, even though the 3 tips I'm going to give you actually applies there, but partnership in real life. So whether you want to have a good partnership in a team, a good partnership in business, I think it's going to be valuable. Number 1, you always want to start a partnership with the intention, with this question in the mind: how can I add value to you? How can I add value to you? So you want to always ask yourself this question: how can I add value to you? So when you're starting a business partnership, don't think, okay, I can use him, I can use him, I can use her, I can use his contact, I will use her skill, I will use her charm, I will use his communication, and I become successful. That doesn't work that way actually in real life. In the real life, if you really want to partner with somebody and if you want to do it in a successful manner, you ask yourself, how can I make him better? How can I make her better? How can I give so much value to this person so that I can become an asset in their life and now they want to actually help me? And if you don't have that mentality, you're living a very short-term life, in the short-term mindset life. If you really want to become successful, that's what you want to have. Number 1, giving mindset. How can I add value to you? Second, whenever you want to start a partnership, don't just see the other person's knowledge. Also ask yourself, do I really trust this person? Because trust, I think, is a very, very vital thing in any kind of partnership. I mean, like for this guy example I gave you right now, tomorrow he might be a very big celebrity. I don't know, he can be. I hope that he becomes, but I'm not going to trust him just because he becomes a celebrity or gets a lot of knowledge or money, because I know his intention is stealing. He wants to steal all the content and he wants to go away and he wants to take advantage of me, right? So ask yourself, the person I want to partner with in this project, do I really trust this person? So it's important, and trust is a two-sided coin. Of course, you have to trust their competence, and you have to trust their character. Competence, are they competent enough? I'm not talking confident. Competent. Are they competent enough to really add value to the project that I'm actually involving myself in? And number 2, do they have the character? I mean, will they give up, or will they just screw up, or will they just put me in a scam? You need to build that trust. You need to ask yourself if you have trust for this person. So number 1, ask yourself, how can I add value to this person? Number 2, do I really trust this person? And the third thing I always say in any kind of partnership is, will I trust this human being with my wife? If you're married, I'm not married yet, so I've chosen not to marry, but I ask this question: if my life partner, Anupama, gets in a mountain in the middle of a night in a small room with this person I'm trying to partner with, will I feel safe? And if I'm not there, will I feel safe? If the answer is no, I'm not going to partner with this person, right? So ask yourself this question: this person that I want to partner with, do I really feel their integrity, their ethics? Do I believe in their honesty? Because if I don't, if they can take advantage of my relationship, they'll take advantage of my money, they'll take advantage of my connections, they're going to steal stuff, because a dishonest person is a dishonest person. But are they really honest? Do they have the integrity? Do they have the ethics? Are they a good person? You got to ask yourself this question. So I think these 3 questions, if you ask yourself, you're going to find very good partner. And sometimes you might think that, Bishal, it's very hard to find people with all these 3 qualities. That's right. Successful partnership takes time. And even if you start the partnership, then you got to grow. You're going to find challenges, but you always want to see, how can I add value to this person? How can I add value to this person? How can I add value to this partnership? How can I add value to this relationship? How can I add value to this project? How can I add value to this company? Once you learn how to do that the right way, it's going to change your life. So, and for the people who want to really partner with me, I appreciate that. I appreciate your desire. I love that, but understand that this is not I'm at a phase where I don't like to partner in my businesses anymore. I have a lot of people in my team, and these are people that I've been with for years. And right now, of course, I mean, even though if I hadn't planned to really partner with somebody, I would be reaching out to them because I'm on a lookout. I'm seeing who I trust or not. So stop sending people random emails of trying to partner when basically all you want to do is just suck their content, suck their context, suck their connection, suck their knowledge. That's not the right way to do it. So I hope this tip helps you. And if you want to know more about how exactly we can learn from each other, especially how you can learn from me, go to this website, learn more about the Confident Speaker Conference, and it's going to be amazing. I really look forward to meeting you. I look forward to adding value to you, and I hope you're getting value from this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can watch the other videos and get more tips and techniques on public speaking and communication. And I really can't wait to meet you at the Confident Speaker Conference. Okay, Bishal Sarkar here, always reminding you that confidence is not about perfection. It's all about connection.
I'm a man on a mission.